Can you watch Slerf? Yes, I am interested in Slerf. I'm out of Slerf, actually. I was in it yesterday, and now I'm out of Slerf because I'm seeing weakness. Yeah. I didn't take any profits. I just closed at break even because I started seeing weakness, unfortunately. Okay. And I didn't like the price action, and so I closed my longs, and who knows, we'll see if I re-enter. I'm not sure yet because I don't really like what's happening right now with Slerf. What I really want to see is volume, and I'm not seeing it right now. So even though there was a very acceptable long in these lows off the value area low, I can't see volume which would give me confidence to hold for higher. Yeah, and unless I see volume, I'm going to be hesitant to hold for higher. And for me, that's a really powerful indication of what could of bullishness. So I had this Fibonacci drawn from yesterday, and amazing, huh? It just came into it, resisted, and it's fallen back down. I'm not 100% about this GAN fan. I'm not 100% about it. It was an idea, but maybe it's a bit lower. Who knows? Like, we have to see where the pivot's put in. Maybe this is better here. Let me see how it fits. Oh yeah, that's better, isn't it? Is it? I'm not sure. I do like it. Because I do like it, because here you see it does come back, kind of tries to hold it, and now we've lost it. I'll keep this one. I do like it, actually. It's just that the price isn't the GAN isn't holding as resistance once it's flipped. We got above the point of control and we've just lost it, and it's just a sign of weakness. It's weakness. Yeah, the reality is what happened is we came into this kind of potential fib line, and we took the liquidity from all of these highs, and we had a rejection. Yeah, that's a swing failure pattern. I should have closed higher up, but I just pulled it to break even, and then I just got stopped out. Okay, not a big deal. I wasn't crazy enthusiastic about the price action. The problem with Slerf is that it moves quite a lot, really fast. So from this local high to the current price, we're already down 11%, which is great if we start getting an impulsive move to the upside. But it sucks if people are accumulating, and they've been accumulating in the whole of this range, because the prices just keeps on going down. You know, we're down like 35%. And at the moment, there's no signs of strength. That being said, there is a little bit of a MS change, market structure change here. We're making higher lows, lower highs. That's your first higher high. Potentially. As long as we don't hold, as long as this holds, this is the key. If we don't take this pivot, that could be market structure change, because that's your higher low, higher high. But if we now go down and take out this pivot, it's not going to look healthy for the bulls. Yeah. And then what actually ends up happening is these it depends, because if you go down now and you make another low, then this effectively, you're still making low lows and lower highs. So we're in a really interesting point for Slerf. We have to see if we hold for a higher low right now. Okay, I'm interested to see that, but I'm not fond that we will be taking out this pivot here. I wouldn't be happy about that. I think that would be a sign of weakness personally, and I'm seeing weakness, I'm not seeing strength. And you see these sell volume, even though it's declining, you can see all the red volumes is red, selling. I'm not seeing greens, I'm seeing reds, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So it depends. I think everything depends on Bitcoin, but I'm not seeing crazy strength at the moment. I'm not seeing that. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hide that fib pool. I'm gonna hide the scan. This is Bybit. I'm gonna redo the volume range. This is the Bybit volume range. I've got 2. No change. Oh yeah, the value area high is slightly lower. Let me have a look on HTX. The reason why I'm using Bybit and HTX is because 75% of the volume are on HTX and Bybit. HTX has about 50% of the volume and Bybit has about 25%, and then probably Radium and has the rest, and then the other exchanges are just too small to even make a dent on the price action. Let me just see what the volume levels are here. Though I've got them perfect, and let me just do another range pool. Value area ho. So there's similar. No change in the point of control. We're underneath it now. For all intents purposes, that's pretty bearish to lose it, not offer support. Probably, possibly, who knows, heading back to the lows. Okay. Let's see what happens. Whatever happens, you have this anchored VWAP from the all-time high and the launch, and it's offering quite strong resistance at about 7.71 cents. So whatever happens, even if we did go up, that's going to be quite hard resistance to cross on the way up. Yeah, Slerf is suck. Already we're seeing, I mean, who knows how this daily candle is going to end, but that's really not a good, it's not a good place to be right now. Yeah, it's not looking good. Okay, I can't predict the future, but it's not looking good. Good morning, Saul Hernandez. Welcome. Not yet. I can have a look at Shiba. I've never had a look at Shiba actually. So that's, if the 12-hour candle closes like that, it's not healthy. Yeah, we're not getting good strength on this at all. I'm almost thinking that we have to head lower right now, just to flush out all of the hodlers. That's really what I'm thinking right now, on this token. Clear out all of the, because what's happened is that Slerf is launched. It's got a lot of good press. People have just aped in on spot and leverage, highly leveraged, looking for continuation. Yeah, and they're just waiting. And what's actually really happened, the truth of what's happened, is that some bigger players have longed, have bought big large amounts of spot, and then as soon as the prices got up to there, they've just covered their longs with big shorts. Yeah, that's what they've done. And so when you look at how the price expanded there, see, it didn't even, from the all-time high to this pivot put in, it didn't even get to the golden pocket. That's pretty bearish. Effectively, the golden pocket was front run, so shorts loaded up. Okay, and because the price is now descending, everyone who is anticipating a gold rush is falling into negative equity, and they're closing and closing and closing and closing. We got a bounce off the value area, that corresponded with Bitcoin bouncing, and again we're just seeing a sell-off. Okay, so potentially we're seeing continuation of this downtrend that's forming on this medium, low to medium time frame. I'm not seeing strength because I'm not seeing the volume coming that's going to give me the confidence to long. Okay, I was in a long and I closed it up break even just in case. I kept it open because we'd came back above the point of control. I didn't have a great position because I was just scaling in, but as soon as we came back to the point of control and lost it, I was out. So my position was slightly lower than somewhere lower than the point of control, and I had quite a wide invalidation, which is why I was able to, I was just longing all of that really, and I should have taken profit. What an idiot. But at least I didn't lose money. That's the first challenge is to not lose money, and the second challenge is to take profit. Good morning, Ali Warchild. We have a good crowd here today. Welcome. So I'm not crazy about this right now. Honestly, I can't give anyone hope for Slerf. I'm sorry. And look, came above the golden pocket, lost the golden pocket. It's weak. It's not strong. I think strength would be to get back above the golden pocket, hold the golden pocket. That's the point of control. That's what you want to see for continuation. You see that? We're back above the golden pocket, back above the point of control. Now you want to hold it as support. Not seeing strength. I'm seeing weakness. You're just losing it like that. Is not strength. Okay, so as long as it's weak, you shouldn't be buying. You should wait. And obviously if you're going to short, you have to have a short trade plan. I'm not shorting this just simply because I'm still bullish on this, but it needs to completely correct and bottom out. And so if I do a full fib on the log, if we head lower, we have to lose the value area. So potentially there is a long trade to be had, just the local SFP. It'll be a scalp really. A scalp. But I wouldn't take that either. The reason why I wouldn't take that, because then you're making another low, and I don't like that. Yeah, I'm not fun. I don't want to long into this weakness. So it would just be a scalp, but you'll be scalping a swing failure of these lows. You quickly take profit and maybe you're going to get continuation. Okay, but I'm not fond of this price action right now. Probably the next area of interest, if people are interested in accumulating, obviously the value area low is always a good place to buy spot. Okay, but looking lower, you've got the 786, which is at 48 cents. That's also coming into this red candle here. So there's a little bit of a lower time frame order block here. There's no reason why the price can't react off this area, the 786. And actually the best price probably for this token is going to be all the way down here at 42 cents. Right here. Probably. And that's your, then you have a really tight invalidation. It's the all-time low. Under no circumstances do we want to see the all-time low taken out. I think that would be I would lose interest in this token if that was to happen. I would completely lose interest, because you'd go from an all-time low to an all-time high to an all-time low. Then you're basically in bearish market structure. You'd be very bearish. But if you can hold a higher low here, then at any one of these lower fibs, either 48 cents potentially, either the value area low, either 48 cents or either 42 cents, those are the areas of interest. You could make a higher low and then you're heading for the highs. The best risk to reward will be at the lower one, the 886, all the way back to the all-time high. You're looking at a risk 1, reward 9, a 1 to 9 trade. If the price somehow gets down here, finds support, that would be your trade, and you'll have a really, that would be the closest invalidation without any kind of entry. An entry being like a swing failure or a sign of strength. The sign of strength actually would be to just go down and then reclaim the 786. Yeah, that would be a sign of strength. Then your invalidation would be this little market structure that's been put in here if it goes down that low. If it goes up, back tests and flips the 786, and actually if it starts to move up, you can have even a much smaller invalidation there. And just wait for strength. But the idea is that somewhere here we're going to form a higher low. That's the idea. Under no circumstances do I want us to make another low, all-time low. And then if that happens, people will be trading for a lower high as the price comes back, and you'll end up with all of this trap liquidity looking to just exit at break even. If we end up going, what's that now? If we end up going down, make an all-time low, that's your lower low. Then you'll be aiming for a lower high for continuation. You won't necessarily be looking, and then we have to see what happens. I mean, you never know. I mean, Bitcoin could change everything for everyone, for everything, yeah. But effectively what you'll be looking for is a lower high there, unless if you make a higher low here, that would be nice, because then you could be aiming for a higher high. And if you don't get a higher high, then you could be forming something else. And the other thing that I have in mind is something like this, a kind of a higher time frame equal triangle. That would be nice too. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, we're up to there. Let's say we do come down all the way down to the 886. Let's say the 786. Let's not be so bearish. And then, based on that idea, back up to the 786, up there. Okay. And maybe what would happen, we get something like that. Come back down 50%, and then we go up. That, I mean, this would be really nice if that was to happen. And then you have your ABC correction too. So that's your A, that's your B, and that's your C. And then you have liftoff sometime in April. I'll leave that up for reference. You never know. Again, none of this is financial advice. This is just one idea of an infinite number of ideas in my reality. And obviously, like anything else, anything can happen with the price. No one can predict the future. But based on fib and time, I'm looking at areas of interest where the price could reverse, and I'm looking at future patterns that could develop based on my experience of what I've seen on other charts. Okay, that's nice though. If that was to happen, that would be really nice. All right, that's my Slerf update. Saul, I hope that helps. Oh no, wait, you wanted Shiba. You wanted Slerf. Anime is love. Anime is love. I hope that helps a little bit. Wait for lower or wait for strength. That's the best advice. Wait for lower or wait for strength. Don't just ape in, and don't just keep on buying into weakness. It'll be a lot better to wait for strength. Okay, we could be seeing strength now. I'm not saying the price is going to go all the way down. At any one of these levels, the price could find support. We just don't know which one. Okay, so in terms of risk versus reward, you just want to buy lower because it reduces the risk. That's all. So when you do come into the 786, you know, it's a potentially it's a good return on investment potentially. And I'd like to see volume at that area of interest as well. I'd like to see an increase in volume. I like to see interest. I want to see others buying. I don't just want to buy myself and hope it goes up. I want to see others buying, and then I just want to jump in the bandwagon. That's what effectively I want to do. Okay, so let's just keep that for the sake of